Okay, you're starting at 1, right?
I think we'll start. I'm going to tell them about the symbols first.
And
Okay, class, I want to talk to you about one of the sections of your homework in the logic chapter. Some stuff that you need to know to make sense of this is these symbols. The first one, conditional. A conditional statement is an if-then statement. It looks like this in symbolic language. Biconditional has 2 arrows. It said like if and only if something. Disjunction is an or statement. It looks like a regular V. Conjunction is an upside down V, the and statement for conjunction. And then negation has a little squiggle line. It means you're going to do the opposite. It has the opposite truth value, negating a statement. All right, so some of your homework from chapter 3, we're talking about section 1. The first problem just asks you to understand the difference between a simple and a compound statement. So a simple statement is just one thought. A compound statement has multiple thoughts with an and or extra stuff added together. So the statement is that we're asked to decide if it's a compound or not a statement. If you do not go to work, then you might get fired. So that, wait a minute. Okay, first of all, decide if that's compound or not. So that is 2 thoughts. So if you do not go to work, 1 thought, then you might get fired, a 2nd thought. So 2 things that go together. So first of all, is it simple or compound? It is compound. I forgot to write down the directions on that. So it is a compound statement. You're asked to do that first. Then you're asked, is it, from our list over here, which type of symbolic language would you use? So this is compound, and you would use the conditional statement, the if-then. So if you do not go to work, then you might get fired. Okay, number 2. Number 2 says, decide whether the following statement is compound. So same question again. So the statement is, Mark's friend left soup for lunch or dinner. And it's not really 2 different thoughts. It's just Mark left soup. You know, you can eat it for lunch or dinner. It's not 2 real thoughts. 1 simple thought. So it's a simple statement, and so 2 parts to that, but that's basically all that there is to say there. Number 3 says to negate this statement, some crabs do not have claws. So then you have choices, which one negates that. It should be that all crabs have claws, is the negation of some crabs do not have claws. You can read the other choices and see why they would not work. Number 4, now we get into using the symbolic language and using a negation. We have 2 statements listed, a statement P and Q, and don't try to get too analytical about what the statements mean. They're just statements of thoughts. They might be the weird thoughts, but still, that's not for us to judge. Just know here's statement P, that Sue's dress is blue. Here's statement Q, that Salvador Dali, I'm not sure I said that right, painted the Sistine Chapel. And then we're supposed to express the negation of Q. And so negation looks like this. Negation of statement Q is that he did not paint the Sistine Chapel. So just get used to using those symbols. Okay, number 5. So we have 2 statements again. Again, don't judge the statements. And I think they're trying to make this point with statement Q that this is an octopus, just a statement. And P, I study. 2 things do not seem related in any way, but we're asked to do that as an and. I study, and this is an octopus. So to use the and symbol from our chart above, remember and is the inverted V, so that's statement P with an and, statement Q. Okay? Again, number 6, and you have just bunches of these, so we won't do all, but statement 6, or number 6, statement P is the referee is on the field. Statement Q, the team is in uniform. You're asked to write down the team is not in uniform, so not Q, or, let me pick up my marker, don't I? Or, with the V, okay, so or is the V, so the team is not in uniform, that's statement Q, the negation of that, not in uniform, or the referee is on the field. That is exactly statement P, so just like that. Okay, skip down just to the last one where you've got a lot of stuff going on. In this problem, you've got 3 statements. Statement P, the bus is late. Statement Q, it is 4 p.m. And statement R, it is a holiday. 3 different thoughts, 3 different statements. And so we're supposed us to write out in symbolic form, the bus is late, if and only if. Now remember, if and only if is that double arrow thing. So the bus is late, that's statement P, with an if and only if, so that's the double arrow. It is not 4 p.m. So notice statement Q is, it is 4 p.m., so we want to negate that. It is not 4 p.m. Now notice something in this. There's a comma listed. A lot of times where the comma is, that means that they have connected those two thoughts. So maybe put a parenthesis around it. That divides the parenthesis out. So those two statements, parenthesis, or that biconditional statement, parenthesis, and then we move on to the or, which is the V. It is not a holiday. Notice it is not a holiday is the negation of statement R. So